If you've been watching the market this fall, you've probably noticed that homes are still selling, inventory is up, and yet buyers are still competing for the right properties. It's one of those rare moments where both buyers and sellers have real opportunity, but only if you know how to navigate it. Welcome to the 5-Minute Real Estate Fix. I'm Chase with the Whitney Team at First Team Real Estate, and today we're talking about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, the Cypress real estate market specifically. Let's break it all down. First, here's the headline. The median home price in Cypress is again approaching $1 million. That's a significant milestone, and it marks an increase year over year. But here's the context that matters. Cypress is still a relative bargain compared to the rest of Orange County. In Los Alamitos, the median price is $1.3 million. That's $300,000 or more of a difference. Compared to Boynton Park, Cypress is about $100,000 higher, but you're getting access to top-ranked schools, a stronger community feel, and a better long-term value. So yes, we're approaching 7 figures, still getting more bang for your buck than you would in our neighboring cities. Now, let's talk about inventory, because this is where things get interesting. We're sitting at 46 active listings in Cypress right now, which is up 48% compared to last year. On the surface, that sounds like a lot, but historically, Cypress averages between 60 and 80 active listings. So we're still below normal pre-pandemic levels. What this really means is that buyers have more options than they've had in a while, but we're not in a flooded market by any means. Homes are moving too. The average days on the market is around 49 days, which is competitive and squarely what we call a seller's market. But here's the key. Well-priced, well-presented homes are still getting multiple offers, often 4 or more. So if you walk into a showing and the house feels dialed in, expect competition. This is certainly not a throw your house on the market and hope and see environment. It's a work with someone who knows what they're doing environment. So what does it mean if you're a buyer? You have more choices than you had a year ago, but you can't afford to hesitate. The increase in inventory means you're not forced into panic bidding on the first house you like. You can be selective, but if you find a home that checks the boxes, good location, solid condition, and priced correctly, you can be ready to move quickly. Now here's what I'm telling buyers right now. Get a fully underwritten pre-approval before you start looking. Not just pre-qualified and not just regularly pre-approved, fully underwritten. Sellers and listing agents can tell the difference, and in a multiple offer situation, it matters tremendously. Also, don't assume every listing is a deal because inventory is up. Some of those homes that have been sitting for a reason, whether it's price, condition, or poor marketing in some cases. A good buyer's agent will help you spot the difference between an opportunity and a money pit. Now, if you're a seller, here's the good news. The buyer demand is still strong, especially for homes that are priced right and presented well. Challenge is that you're no longer in a market where anything will just sell within 2 days because it's simply on the market. Pricing has to be spot on. With more inventory available, buyers have options. If your home is overpriced, it's going to sit. And once the home has been sitting on the market for 30 or 60 days, it starts to feel stale, even if there's nothing wrong with it. And presentation matters more than ever. I'm not saying you need to stage your home like a model in every situation, but your home needs to show well. Fresh paint, decluttered spaces, good photos, and ideally some strategic staging in key areas. Buyers are comparing your home to everything else available. And here's the big one. Agent selection is critical. With inventory up and market time stretching for some properties, the difference between the right agent or the wrong agent can cost you tens of thousands of dollars and weeks on the market, or even months of carrying costs as well. Interview your options, ask what their marketing plan, and look at their recent sales, and make sure they know Cypress inside and out. Because here's the thing. Cypress is not cookie cutter. Brentwoods aren't the same as Sorrento. Ferry Parks attract a different buyer than the Greenbrooks. And if you don't know the schools, the commute patterns, the neighborhood dynamics, and the buyer pool, you're guessing, and guessing costs money. So here's the bottom line. Cypress is still one of Orange County's best kept secrets. You're getting quality schools, a real sense of community, and a lifestyle that feels more like a small town than a suburb, all while staying 20 minutes from the beach and 15 minutes from Disneyland. If you're thinking about buying in Cypress or selling, reach out. We'd love to help. Check out the full blog article on this topic at 4realestatehelp.com/blog. That's the number 4, realestatehelp.com/blog. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's 5-Minute Real Estate Fix. I'm Chase with the Whitney Team, and I'll see you around town or on the next episode.